Now, as the title says, this will be an obvious reminder about life, specifically about progress, that if right now you're struggling and losing hope and really feeling uncertain about should I continue or not, is this worth it or not, I think you're really going to appreciate. Now, what you see here on the screen is essentially a graph representing T, time, and P, progress. So progress over time. Now, if I do this, you'll immediately call me out on what I'm doing right now, and you'll tell me like, oh, this is not how things are going to happen. I know it's not how life works. It is not going to be a straight line, especially not between, let's say, the effort I put in and the visible progress that I see. I obviously know that I can't go to the gym, do one rep of bicep curls or one set, and immediately I'm going to see my bicep growing and my muscle, let's say tomorrow, will have grown. It really is not how things work, and we know that. You know that. What it is much more is something along these lines that I pre-drew here, which is, ups and downs and periods that look stagnated and, periods where there's a lot of uncertainty. However, if I'm to take this graph, and I'm going to even put full screen here, and I would tell you, you are guaranteed to get to this point right here. If you just continue doing what you're doing, if you keep going about it, you will get there. You'll get to the point that you're after. If that was promised to you, and I tell you, yeah, in 1 year it's gonna come. You just have to keep doing what you're doing, even going through this period right here. Just keep pushing, it will come. Then you'd be like, no problem. You'd probably even stop looking at the results of what you're doing, and you'd be like, I'm just gonna keep doing. Because I know exactly 365 days from now, this point arrives. The problem is that we do not know that point will arrive. We are not certain. We don't have that faith. And so as you're here going through it, it's very easy to just look at your current results. And let's say a lot of pursuits that people are doing nowadays, like, I don't know, becoming a YouTuber or a content creator, or usually along those lines, it's very easy to look at the things you're putting and being like, oh, great, I got one more view, I got one more like, I got one little thing more, but man, it was just a little increase. It doesn't feel like anything. Is that really a point of this? It's why am I putting all this effort in? And because we don't have this faith that this point will arrive, we're not certain of it, it's very easy to start obsessing too much about the results and about what is happening right now, right tomorrow after the effort I put in. Did I blow up yet or not? Did I get the result yet or not? And we become so attached to it, so dependent on it. It's like your emotional state, your happiness, everything becomes dependent on, am I there yet or not? And the more this prolongs, the more this goes like this, and the more you become impatient, and the more you depend so much on it, paradoxically here, you make it less likely to get to this point. A point that if you knew you were going to get to, you'd be like, almost knocked you down. Life is great, fantastic, and now I can enjoy my life as I do this because I know the success is going to come. I know it's going to come, so I can enjoy life now, which would make you more likely to get there because you do the process better. And so the main reminder, besides this, that, in a lot of ways I feel like hence the title, is to ask you and pose you the question, how would you act right now if you knew this point was guaranteed? If you really knew in your heart, core, as if God talked to you and told you, you know what, don't worry, I got it, you got it, 1 year from now, it is yours. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. And I ask you, how would you act now, tomorrow, the week after, the month after, with that in mind? Would you assume every setback, every little dip means you're not going to get there, that you're worthless, that what you're doing is wrong? Or would you just assume it's part of the process, that you are doing things exactly as you should do them? Now, of course, we also have to be pragmatic here. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't improve or that you shouldn't review what you're doing and that you shouldn't obviously do all the things about the process, but you would take them in a much better way, a lighter way, a happier way. It's like your whole view of the world would turn from, oh my God, this sucks and no one cares about me. Can I get the result already so I can be happy, to, man, it's coming and I love my life and I'm just doing the things I love and I'm gonna get there. So let me just enjoy the process. You would do that. And so what I ask you here, and what I challenge you to do, even though I know it's very difficult, even though it's one of those things that it's, easy to say for you, but right now I really need that result. But I would challenge you to act as if you're already there. Because for better or worse, the way the world tends to work, in my experience, is that the more we need something, and that the more we're putting all our eggs in one basket of hope of this thing, the less likely it is to happen. And then it's a lot of times when we do give it up, that need, and we let go, and we just allow ourselves to, enjoy what's going on, all of a sudden it's like we are rewarded for it. And we start not only being rewarded more for it, but we start seeing better the signs of progress. We start seeing more, we start looking for the things that show us that we are going to get to that point. Because everything not justifies, but shows us that we are on the right track. And so, to not leave you just with that, one thing that I pose to you is that if you've been feeling very down, very negative, very just waiting for this thing, honestly, do yourself a favor and take a break for just today or tomorrow. Plan it if need be, and just step away from it, from your screens, from these pursuits. You can afford at least one day, and just go out for a hike, go to the beach, don't look at screens, and just be there and allow your mind to rest, and then come back and assume this. And I know, again, easy to say, easy for me to be here yapping from my phone, from a point that perhaps is already a bit more not here, not so low, and that I can already not depend or not be, needing certain things to happen. But then again, it is all in the mind. Because if you knew, being in the same point, same conditions, same worries about life, you would act completely different. You know it. Same scenario, but knowing that, you would act completely different. So I challenge you, do that for one day, for 1 week, and just see how much better things are. I promise you won't regret it.